pretty one, Ulysses. There it is.
Hello BookTube, I'm Sean the Book Maniac. Welcome back to my channel. Here I am in my favorite but often rather noisy location, but when I hold the microphone right under my chin, it seems like the audio is okay. Let me know if there's a problem. I hit 1,000 subscribers! I'm pre-taping this. I'm at about 979 at the moment, so it'll go up whenever I hit the mark. So thank you, everyone. Whoever would have thought, I certainly didn't think I'd get so many people that could put up with me this long, so thank you so much. You have no idea how much starting and maintaining a book channel has meant and now means to me. There's been a hole in my life here in Japan. I'm in a deeply satisfying, wonderful relationship, and I have meaningful work, but I don't have a lot of intellectual stimulation in my life. And for interpersonal bonding over books, I have a little bit, but this channel has really filled a hole and made my life so rich. So thank you to one and all. And to commemorate hitting 1,000 subscribers, I'm doing a book giveaway. In fact, I have 4 books that I'm giving away. So first, let me go over the house rules. First, I'm very happy to say that this is open worldwide. Doesn't matter where in the world you are. 1 book per person. You can express an interest in more than one, but once I do the draw, you're only going to get one, unless there happens to be 2 books on this list that only one person is interested in. That would be the only situation where somebody get more than one. I'll do a random draw. This will be open for 2 weeks from the day the video goes live. I will put the expiry date in the bottom here, and I will update the title of this video to indicate that it's closed when it's closed. Okay? The other thing is, lots of you will perhaps be commenting in the comments below saying congratulations or you suck or whatever you're going to say. To enter the book giveaway, you have to specifically say that you were interested and which book or books you are interested in. There's no problem with giving me a ranking, or I'm interested in this book the most, but I'm interested in this one the next most, and you can request all of them, but put them in the order of your priority. But if you just give a general comment, like congratulations, or why don't you perm your hair, or whatever, you're not going to be entered, okay? This book giveaway is open to subscribers and fellow booktubers alike. I have a second video which I'm posting at the same time with another activity related to my 1,000 subscribers milestone, which is only open to subscribers, not booktubers, but this book giveaway is open to all ears. And the last thing to say before I finally tell you about the books is that this is going slow boat to you. Seamail from Japan takes 2 months to most locations. I guess probably quicker within Asia, but otherwise it takes about 2 months. But it's dirt cheap. No other country that I know about, certainly not the US, certainly not Canada, has such a cheap slow boat rate anymore. So I can ship books to Canada far cheaper than I can ship books from one end of Canada to the other. It's ridiculous. But it takes 2 months, so you got to be patient. That's the situation. Now let me tell you about the 4 books. The first book is my favorite novel in the whole world, and not only a lovely brand new copy of my favorite novel in the whole world, but an autographed copy. Do Not Say We Have Nothing by Madeline Tien. See that signed copy? This signed copy was on the shelf at Kinokuniya Books in downtown Tokyo for months, and I'd always thought that would be a great for the giveaway, and I went back a couple weeks ago, it was still there, so I got it. Madeline Tien came to Tokyo last winter, I think it was winter, and did a lecture, and I went there and got my copy personally signed, but she also visited this bookstore and signed a bunch, and this was the last copy. This is not a book for everyone's taste, but this is one that Eric and I agree on. We both loved it, so it has a very special place in my heart for that reason, but much more importantly, it is the best book. It's the Sean book through and through. It's a 2016 novel about a group of musicians, families, and friends that lived through the Pacific War and through the Chinese Revolution, and especially, most tragically, the Cultural Revolution together. And I didn't think I was that interested in classical music, composers, or performers, and I certainly didn't think I was interested in modern Chinese history, and this book broke me open. And just sumptuously beautiful novel set in that time about those kind of people. I absolutely loved it. So do your due diligence, check some other reviews or whatever and see if it might be of interest to you, but I would love to get this signed copy into your hands. The next one is my second most favorite novel. So can you guess before I put it up? How much have you been paying attention? This is A Constellation of Vital Phenomena by Anthony Mara, not signed. Brand new copy, soft cover. This is a novel that I think was published about 2014 maybe? I'm not sure. His debut novel, which is just unbelievable that a debut novel could be this stunning. And it's set in Chechnya through and amidst and among the two Chechnyan wars, and is a really powerful novel with incredible storytelling that involves a lot of humor as well as rip your heart out to tragedy and unforgettable characters that I still think about, maybe not on a daily basis anymore, but a few times a week I still think about this character or that character in a kind of a longing way, like I wonder what they're doing now. Like, so it's a really deep impression on me. So, Constellation of Vital Phenomena. Book number 3 is my favorite Japanese novel, The Mackey Sisters by Junichiro Tanizaki. Originally published in serial form just before the outbreak of the Pacific War, but published in one single volume. I think the first time was about 1957. I read this last year, and I have a full review which I will link in the show notes, so I'm not going to say too much about it, but it is an absolutely wonderful novel about a Japanese family in Osaka, mostly in Osaka, and again, really rich characters, beautiful writing, wonderful translation by Edward Seidensticker. If you're at all interested in Japan and haven't read it, this is a book for you. And you don't have to know so much about Japan. There's maybe 10 footnotes, but things are really well explained, so you don't have to have a background in Japanese culture or history to get it. But it's absolutely fascinating and another really powerfully character-driven novel that I just loved. Okay, the last one is the only hand-me-down out of the bunch. The last 3 I purchased specifically for this giveaway. But there is one that, although it is still a brand new book, is kind of a re-gift, not gift, but it's a book that I bought that I quickly realized was not going to be for me. But I think many of you out there will be interested in it, and that is Compass by Matthias Inard. This was nominated for a bunch of literary awards last year. I don't remember all of them, but I think one of them was the Republic of Consciousness Prize, which the nomination for that just closed this year, I believe. This is a novel set in Vienna about an insomniac musicologist reflecting on the Middle East over the course of an evening. I should have read that description more carefully when I bought it, but somebody that I love on BookTube really recommended it, and that was all I really needed, but I did need a little bit more, because no, this is not something that appeals to me at all. But to many of you it will. It's a huge chunker, and it's just a maybe meditative, kind of grand historical sweep without much of a story, I don't think. I did the page 112 tests and couldn't keep my eyes open. So no, this is just not a book for me. I don't think anything from this publishing company. I'm not smart enough for Fitzcarraldo Editions books, I don't think. I don't really like the design aesthetic either. So, brand new book. It was a little bumped up edge-wise when I bought it, but that's just the way it's, you know, I don't think people, unless you really care about that kind of thing, it's in pretty good shape, hey? I don't want it. So, do you? So those are the 4 books. So you have to tell me which books you're interested in, and if you're requesting more than one, put them in the order that you're requesting them, okay? So for example, if you've requested this as your first choice, but you requested the Matthias Inard as your second choice, if I draw your name and this one's already gone, you get the Matthias Inard book, right? So you have to give me your ranking, and if you're only interested in one, then just tell me that one, okay? That's one of the ways that I am marking having hit 1,000 subscribers. So once again, thank you all for your support, and look forward to the next leg of my Sean the Book Maniac BookTube adventure together. Thanks for watching.